Mark Addison.
Hey, what's up, New York? Okay, what is this? It's verse bar, so I guess that bottoms are here, verse is here, top here. Hi, believe it. Hey, what's up? Wow, I didn't realize so many people out here had seen my dick already. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? My name is Mark Addison. I'm the youngest of 4 to Southern Baptist missionary parents. I have a therapist, 5 actually. At one time, I was Mr. Gay Texas, second runner-up to Mr. Gay All-American, which is really fucking third, and I'm recently out of a 14-year relationship. Welcome to the shit show! So my Grindr profile says, that if I'm in your neighborhood and not normally on your grid, that means I'm probably fucking your neighbor, and it's probably the one you're thinking of. So the other day, this guy hit me up and said, "Are you fucking my neighbor? And is it the one I'm thinking of?" And I said, "I don't know. Does your mom live in your neighborhood?" And he comes back with, "My mom is dead. Are you fucking my dead mom?" And I said, "Well, I was. Until she ghosted me." And he came back with, "Ha!" I said, "Sir, this is never gonna work. Because I am into aggressive bottoms, some light BDSM, and puns. And what you should have said after my ghosted comment was, boo!" So what are the 3 scariest words you could ever hear from Jeffrey Dahmer? Give me head. So, speaking of killing it, boy, RFK Jr. is out here killing it, isn't he? I tell you what, it is not that I just vehemently disagree with his policies. It's the fact that he sounds like Katharine Hepburn the later years, doesn't he? I mean, at some point, he's going to be like, polio will soon be in bloom again. What is up with these Kennedys and their brain issues? I mean, RFK Jr., don't get ahead of me. RFK Jr. had a brain worm. JFK didn't. And Jackie picked up all the slack all over her pink Chanel suit. Okay, don't blame me. That was Lee Harvey Oswald, baby. When I was a kid, I was in love with The Little Mermaid. All I wanted her to do was to be part of my world. But then after thinking about it, when I became an adult, you know that bitch had crabs. And you know, they recently did the live-action version of The Little Mermaid, and it was the Black Little Mermaid, and everybody was all up in arms about the Black Little Mermaid. I was like, you know what? Y'all need to calm the fuck down. We don't know what mermaids look like because they don't exist. I said, the problem I had with the Black Little Mermaid was I didn't think black girls like to get their hair wet. And then to add insult to injury, they made Ursula into a white woman played by Melissa McCarthy, which was just another example of a white woman trying to steal black girl's voice. And then they also did the live-action version of Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs, except they axed the and 7 Dwarfs part and just called it Snow White. Well, Peter Dinklage, that dwarf from Game of Thrones, and I checked, we can call them thrones. Well, he got all up in arms and all up in his soapbox. Because Disney was using CGI dwarfs rather than using dwarf actors. Well, Disney said that they had consulted the dwarf community, which I can only assume is a very small community, and their reactions were quite varied. Some were happy, some were grumpy, some were sleepy. Is that joke too short? When I was in college, I was house sitting for a friend of mine, and obviously when you house sit for a friend of yours, you want to watch their porn collection. Hi, I am available for house sitting. So I was sitting there watching porn, listening to music. It was called Ass Man and the Wasp, which I thought was going to be a big black man fucking Anderson Cooper, but I digress. So I'm sitting there watching porn, listening to music. Now, this is how old I am. He had a 5-CD disc changer, and the CD changes, and well, I know I should have gotten up and changed the CD, but my hands were full, believe it. And the porn and the CD slowly start to sync up. Oh, I forgot to tell you what the CD was. It was the soundtrack to Les Mis. So all of a sudden it goes, it'll come, it'll come, it'll come. And it did. And there I was, jerking off on my own. Thank y'all. I'm Mark Addison. Y'all have a great night.